Hello, my name is Jamila McMallow, and I'm a mindset coach for women executives and entrepreneurs. And today I am talking to you about something that I am coining the Powerhouse Shift. So, if you're watching this, chances are you are one of the powerful and amazing women that's in my audience. You are in corporate or you are an entrepreneur. Whatever the case, you are someone who is a doer, a go getter. You love to make things happen. You are that rock, that go getter, that trailblazer. You are the mover and the shaker, right? Well, when you are a powerhouse or a powerful woman, uh, the time is going to come, and the time is now, when you are going to have to embrace fully all of who you are. And this requires a major leveling up, a major upgrade in what's going on in here. Why? Because your vision and the impact that you want to have, the goals and the dreams that you have for what it is that you want to do, have now outgrown this way of being. My coach loves the term identity. And it's not just her term, it's the truth. Your identity. You have outgrown your identity, this version of you. You've outgrown her. And it's time to level up. Time to make the shift, the powerhouse shift. So, what is involved in shifting from where you are now to where it is that you want to be? Step one is you cannot do it on your own. Okay. I'm going to tell you how, but I want you to understand that this process requires you to have help outside of yourself, because anytime we want to, do a major upgrade, a major leveling up, a crushing of all of the limits and beliefs and shackles that we have carried with us all these years, all our life up until this moment when we are about to step into our full potential of who we are meant to be, you're going to need someone outside of you looking at you, because when you're in it, when you're in your patterns, when you're in your thinking, when you're in your head, when you're in your toxic patterns, you can't see outside of that. You may have some awareness, but you can't see outside of it to know how to do something different. Okay. So, to do the powerhouse shift, number one is you have to go deep. The deeper the healing, the deeper the transformation. Please don't believe it when they tell you can be shifting stuff on the surface and we're just going to deal with this. Yeah, you can do that. You can keep doing the band-aids. But if you want to really change who you are on the core level, who you are being from the beginning, you've got to go down to the foundation and address those cracks and rip up those parts that were never strong to begin with, and lay the foundation that is solid, that upon which you can build what is getting ready to happen next. So step one is you have to go deep and you have to heal the childhood trauma that is directly linked to the beliefs that are preventing you from being where it is you want to be in your relationships with yourself, your relationships with men, whether you're married or not, and your relationships with your money and your business or your career. Okay. So you have to heal that. And I'm not talking about sitting around and going to some deep, dark place and it's just marinating around in sadness and negativity. No, you heard me say what is directly responsible: a strategic deep dive. Because what I know about you, when you do the powerhouse shift, when you are a powerful woman, time is of the essence. You do not drag your feet when it comes to doing what needs to be done. Now, I'm going to put an asterisk there. Because, yes, you have at times dragged your feet and doubted yourself when it came to things, decisions, and such that had a direct bearing upon who you are, meaning your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your relationships. Okay. So I get that. However, I know that time is of the essence because once you do become aware that there's something that needs to change, you don't like to waste time fixing it or shifting it or making the adjustment. Okay. So that's step one is you've got to address that childhood trauma directly and strategically in a way that nips it in the bud. Because when you go there, that's the foundation. Now we can rebuild it stronger. The next step is once you've healed that, now you've created space. And so, what has to be inputted into the space? Well, the beliefs that you want to believe are true for you. So, what are the thoughts that the next version of me are thinking? What are the thoughts or the beliefs of the identity of the next version of me? If your goal, for example, is to be happily married, what are the thoughts that you are thinking at that level? If your goal is to be highly successful in your business, what are you thinking? What is the millionaire version or identity of you thinking? What are your beliefs about money? What are your beliefs about success at that level? Okay. If the next level version of you is highly confident and takes risks easily, what is it that that version of you is thinking and believing every night in their head? What? Okay. That's what you input into the space. That's what now you want to come to believe to be true for you because that's the only gap between where you are now and where you want to be is your belief system because your belief system is going to drive your motivation, which is going to drive your actions. And once you get into action, it, of course, it's going to produce a result. But it all starts here. If you can't see it, you can't have it. And if you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. If you don't believe it, then you're right. It's not going to exist for you. Okay. So you have to think the thoughts of that person, of you, of this version. And because you've created the space, now you can input those beliefs in to your mindset, into your thinking, into your being. Who are you being? And now the wheels start churning. Okay. You have to understand that you are run by a supercomputer. And once you understand how to program this, you can do anything. You can do anything. But most people don't know how to program this. And no, I don't use hypnosis. I don't use anything woo or whatever. The methods that I use with my clients are very straightforward, pragmatic, make total sense, totally understandable, all of those things. And it works. I do it myself. These are the methods that I use. Okay. And so once you program your thinking, well, now the wheels are in motion. Okay. See, like I said, you have this supercomputer and it's always running. It doesn't shut down, it doesn't stop. And when you are sleeping is one of the most powerful times of day when your mind is just doing this and doing this. And when you have your thoughts, when you have your programming focused on a particular goal or aspect of your life that you want to change, then guess what starts to happen? That's what your mind is going to focus on. Opportunities will start coming your way. Solutions will start coming your way. Relationships, all types of things will start flowing. And here's the thing, they were always there. You just couldn't see them because your focus was somewhere else. So let's review. Heal the childhood trauma that is directly responsible for the beliefs that are keeping you from moving to the next level. Once you heal that, it opens up the space for you now to input your new programming or your new belief system, that which you want to believe to be true for you in your life, about yourself, about your relationships with men, about your relationships with money and business success, etc. All of it. Okay. So now you've got the program, the computer is working for you. Now the third step is you have to get into action. Okay. You have to get into motion. So, what is it that this version of you would actually be doing? What does a day in the life look like? Is that version of you that has everything you want, getting up every day and working out, eating healthy foods, wearing different clothes? Start doing that stuff. Start doing those things. Be that person. Step into that identity. Become her. She is you. You just have to decide that you're going to do it and put it on. And not like a coat that you put on and you take off, whatever. I'm talking about a shift that doesn't change. Now, do you have to reinforce it? Absolutely. We always have to reinforce our thoughts and our thinking because we are naturally inclined towards negativity. Those are facts. If we are not actively affirming the right thoughts and thinking into our brains, our natural tendency, our default setting is to go into the negative or to allow outside influences to color what we choose to dwell on. So, to emphasize the importance of you really working hard to control your thinking cannot be emphasized enough because it really is the beginning of everything. And the more you control what you allow into here, and the more you input positive and the things that you have decided you want to be true for you, that's what you're going to start to focus on, see, and that is what's going to become your reality. There's nothing woo about that. That's the truth. That's factual. You can look at your life right now and see the evidence of the things that you think about and have dwelled upon continuing to show up over and over and over. Shift your focus, shift your life. Okay? So, again, I'll just review the powerhouse shift. Heal that childhood trauma directly and strategically, which creates the space for you then to input your new belief system. And then third, get into action. Do the things that that version of you would be doing right now. Don't wait. Okay? And like I said, making the powerhouse shift is one of the biggest transformational experiences you will ever go through because it completely disrupts and shatters the foundations of you that are not working. Not what's good about you. You don't lose what's good about you. It's the stuff that's not working. It's the stuff that's toxic. It's the patterns that are keeping you doubting yourself, that are keeping you stuck in relationships that are not serving you, that are unhealthy, that are unproductive. It's the patterns that are keeping you broke or thinking or feeling broke and not properly resourced, not abundant. Okay? So, if that sounds exciting, you're like, yeah, tell me more. Great. Absolutely. You can message me and I'm happy to, talk with you more about that. But I want you to understand that what you do have the power over in this moment is to really shift your focus. What you focus on is what you will get more of. It's what will become your reality. And when you are ready to step into the next version of yourself, when you are ready to experience your own personal powerhouse shift, yes, absolutely. That is what I do. I help my clients to create powerful shifts that create a ripple effect in their life, affects all of the areas of who they are. Everything they touch changes for the better after they do this work. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. I will circle back a little bit later and definitely respond to your comments. So thank you for that. And I look forward to seeing you next time.